Sa video natin ngayon mga kamaestro ay pag-usapan naman natin itong tungkol sa ipinahayag po ng DSWD na kung saan yung mga OFW spouses po ay considered na as solo parents. Ayan. So good news po ito kasi alam naman natin na sa mga kamaestro natin dyan, no? Hindi lang naman sa mga teachers, no? Pero sa lahat ng mga misis po dyan or pwede rin namang mister, ano po, na may mga asawa sa ibang bansa. Pwede na po kayo ma-considered as solo parents. Ayan, ayun mismo po yan sa pahayag ng isang executive from DSWD. And maganda rin po dyan, isa sa mga features po kasi ng solo parents ay you can avail of the solo parents leave na kung saan magamit nyo po yan yearly. Alright, so basahin po natin yung buong detalye niyan mga kamaestro. Ayan, so ito nga po ay ayon po sa post ng Department of Social Welfare and Development, DSWD, ano po, sa kanilang Facebook page. Ayan, nakalagay po dyan, DSWD press release, ayan, spouses of OFWs now considered as solo parents. Ayan, ayon po yan sa isang DSWD executive. Ngayon po, pati asawa ng OFW, overseas Filipino worker, pwede nang i-considered na solo parent. This was the explanation made by Assistant Secretary Ada Colico of the Department of Social Welfare and Development's DSWD, the statutory programs under Operations Group during her presentation on the salient provisions of Republic Act No. 11861 or the expanded Solo Parents Welfare Act at the agency's Thursday Media Forum on April 24. Assistant Secretary Colico said spouses of Filipinos working abroad for 1 year and above and belonging to the low semi-skilled worker category will be regarded as solo parents who are entitled to benefits and privileges accorded by the law. Ayan. So muli na po dyan, ano, kailangan po ay nakapag-work na ng 1 year and above, ano po, no? And dapat po ang work po niyo ay kabilang sa low or semi-skilled worker category. Dapat po ang duration is continuous na 1 year and above kahit po ikaw ay may sustento pero ikaw ay solely na nag-aalaga sa iyong anak, pwede na pong ma-considered as solo parent yon, Assistant Secretary Colico told reporters at the media forum. Under the law, a solo parent can be categorized as a parent that provides sole parental care and support to a child or children due to abandonment, birth as a consequence of rape, even without final conviction, death of a spouse, detention of spouse or partner with a minimum of 3 months conviction, legal separation or nullity or annulled marriage, and whose spouse has physical or mental disability. Assistant Secretary Colico also highlighted that the law expanded the definition of solo parents to make it more inclusive to the current situation of parents and legal guardians who are providing sole parental care and support to a child or children. Aside from spouse of OFWs, those who are legal guardians, adopted or foster parent, and relatives within the fourth degree of consanguinity or affinity of the parent or legal guardian may apply as a solo parent as long as they solely assume the provision of parental care and support to a child or children. A pregnant woman who provides sole parental care and support to her unborn child or children may also apply as a solo parent. In the media forum, the DSWD official also discussed the benefits and privileges of solo parents that are mandated by RA 11861. The salient features of the law include a monthly cash subsidy of 1,000 from the solo parents' respective local government units, LGUs, for those earning minimum wage or below, automatic coverage of the National Health Insurance Program, NHIP, and administered by the Philippine Health Insurance Corporation or PhilHealth, and prioritization in housing allocation and workforce. The expanded act also mandates a 10% discount and exemption from value-added tax (VAT) for solo parents earning less than 250,000 annually on the purchase of their child's milk, food, micronutrient supplements, sanitary diapers, prescribed medicines, vaccines, and other medical supplies from birth until the child turns 6 years old. Solo parents and their children will also have access to scholarships and other educational programs from the Department of Education, DepEd, the Commission on Higher Education, CHED, and the Technical Education and Skills Development Authority, TESDA. Assistant Secretary Colico also reminded solo parents that they must be recognized by their local government units LGUs as solo parents before they can avail of the benefits and privileges under RA 11861. Para ma-consider as a solo parent, dapat po recognize ko rin ng government through the local government units, and di pa po ang DSWD ang nag-i-issue ng solo parent ID. It is the local government units through their city social welfare and development offices or their municipal social welfare and development offices, Assistant Secretary Colico explained. The statutory programs had also pointed out that solo parent ID is renewable every year. Ang kaibahan po kasi sa solo parent, nire-renew kasi siya annually, hindi katulad ng persons with disability na lifetime na po, or as senior citizens as a solo parents po, renewable siya every year, Assistant Secretary Colico said. Ayan, so malinaw po dito mga kamaestro, no, na kailangan po natin, unang-una po, no, ma-provide po natin yung solo parent ID na kung saan ito raw po ay pwedeng makuha. Ano po, syempre kailangan po niya ng mga requirements, mga proof, ano po, no, para ma-present po ninyo sa inyong mga kanya-kanya mga local government units o mga LGUs. Ayan, kung kayo po ay nasa city, so sa city social welfare and development offices, or kung kayo naman po ay nasa town, mga bayan-bayan po dyan, so kayo naman po ay pupunta sa mga municipal social welfare and development offices para po kayo po ay makapag-request, no, ng ID, no, na as solo parent, at ito na po ay nire-renew annually. Sabihin every year ay kailangan pong i-renew ano po ang inyong solo parent ID. And then isa nga po sa mga features po na hindi na po nabanggit dito sa pagkakaalam po natin, pag kayo po ay talagang nire-recognize as solo parent, especially po, no, yung mga nagtatrabaho po sa mga government offices, kayo po ay entitled for a 7 days, maximum 7 days na solo parents leave. Ano po mga kameso, sayang din po yan, ano po, na pwede nyo po magamit. Ano po, makipag-ugnayan lang po kayo sa inyong mga kanya-kanya mga, of course, sa inyong mga kanya-kanya mga departments or offices, ano, para makabil po kayo ng up to 7 days maximum of solo parents leave. Ayan. So yan po, no, yan po yung pinaka balita po natin sa araw na ito. Ang pinaka highlights po dito is yun nga po, yung spouses po ng mga OFW na pwede na po ma-considered or can be considered as solo parents, na ayon po mismo yan sa isang DSWD executive. Alright, so dito ko natatapos itong ating video ngayon mga kamestro. Kung di ka pa nakapag-subscribe, click mo na ang subscribe button dyan para ikaw yung unang nakapanood ng mga videos na ina-upload natin. Katulad ito yung mga updates pa rin, ayan, about sa mga news po, no, sa ating bansa, especially po, no, itong balita po natin ngayon about sa DSWD, and syempre sa mga benefits po ng mga teachers and government employees. Syempre, click mo na rin ang notification bell button dyan para manonotify ka, always update ka pag may mga bago tayong uploaded na video. So muli, maraming salamat sa inyong panonood at pakikinig. Once again, El Maestro, see you on my next vlog. Bye-bye!
1, 2, 3